What's up, people? It's your man ThaBlackCobra back once again for part 2. Today I'm on the EX20s, and unfortunately my mic wire still kept coming in and out, so it's a little annoying, but bear with me and enjoy the ride.
So, whoa, I can tell you already that the tire, oh yeah, the tire has that flip over thing that they were talking about with, I think the Master had the same thing. A couple of the wheels had that. When you get to that point, it like flops over and wants to go in that direction. It's not smooth and rounded. So I can tell you already, I gotta be careful on that. It's a lot heavier, so the suspension has a different feel than the other one. Because of some things that happened with George, he hit a pothole going 40 and snapped the rod on one of the suspension rods. Some pedal dip going into a small short turn. Oh yeah, I can feel it a lot more. It's a lot different when it comes to the turning and, oh wow. Yeah, the turning radius on this is a lot different than on both the V11 and the Hero. Two of the things that I do on those, or one of the things that I do on those, on both of those, is I'm able to carve pretty tight because of the way that the suspension holds you. On the V11 more so because it's higher. On this, you can't do it as much. It's heavier and that tire is flopping over, so it's not giving me the ability to do that comfortably anyway. So in my opinion, and I've said this to a couple of people already, this wheel feels like they were going for the Master, they were trying to make, and this is what they came up beforehand. So this is what I'm thinking, this is what I feel, but it's just me. So I'm gonna try it off-road a little bit and see what it does. Oh yeah, here's another little path. We'll go through here. All right, yeah, you can feel it hitting the fender. Yeah. It's definitely heavier, which I don't mind because, you know, I'm a big guy and I like the bigger wheels, but I'm not sure if the suspension, and I know it's because the shock that's on it. This is actually a good spot to do all this because of all these jumps and bumps. All right, so this bad boy's heavy. And like I said, the Monster Pro is what I'm used to riding, so I'm used to a heavy wheel, but it's a different kind of heavy because for whatever reason, I don't feel as balanced as I do on the Monster Pro. Now, one thing I want to take a peek at, if you look close,
A closer look at the knobby tire will show you that the knobs on the outside are not rounded, they're not smooth, they just stick out, which causes the wheel to flop over when it gets to those knobbies on the outside.
It have the power to start me. Okay, all right, it got me started, but I can tell you already, it's got that forward tilt, that pedal dip, and I don't like that. Oh yeah, that's good though.
I'm enjoying riding this through the woods off-road a little bit better than I am on-road, simply because the tire flopping is not present with all the dirt and rocks and roots underneath. Going through here feels really good. The weight of this machine and the suspension give it a nice smooth feeling as you're going through and popping up over rocks and roots and whatever may come your way while off-road. Coming up here, you'll see my very unsuccessful attempt to sit on this machine. I tried it a couple times to no avail.
It's definitely really low for me. Woo! Yeah, definitely bottoming it out. And it's really low to sit on. like super low. Like I'm having trouble mounting it in that low position. It's definitely bottoming out because of me and how easy I can bottom it out, how heavy I am. But it is something you can get used to. Even the turning, I can get used to it. It's just my first impressions. So it's definitely different than the Hero. I can tell you that. These two wheels are not the same.
EX20 is a lot different.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. This is a lot heavier, which I like, actually. I like the heavy wheel. I'm comfortable with that. I would need a better seat setup because for me, trying to sit on this didn't really work out. Well, maybe it's because I'm not used to it. I guess I could get used to it. The seat is really low and my knees aren't great. That's why you see the big high seat that I put on my Monster Pro so that I could sit on it comfortably. So this would have to need some sort of adjustment for me. But initial impressions, the problems I have are the tire on the street. It did feel like it was flopping over on me, although the tire felt great on the roots and stuff in the woods. It rolled right over some things that I didn't even need to use the suspension for because I just rolled over with the tire and then the suspension absorbed the rest. I would definitely upgrade the shock to something that could handle me at my weight. And I know that George had an issue with fixing it and repairing it. So I know I would do whatever that repair is and upgrade the shock, and then I would have a different feeling because the bottoming out is the issue that I had. On the Hero, I didn't feel it bottoming out, but the Hero felt like it doesn't have a lot of travel. The travel distance is not a lot, but even though it doesn't have a lot of travel distance, it still felt cushy when it came to the suspension. So that was like a lighter version of this. And this is definitely an interesting wheel. I do feel that my statement is true. I feel like this was the wheel they came up with on the way to the Master. I don't know yet whether the Master is the ultimate wheel that they settled on and that is the one, or if this is a better option because of the weight that this has and the frame, the metal frame, just differences between this and the Master, which we'll talk about later when I get the Master in. But today was a success. I definitely had a great time riding both wheels. I'm gonna ride a little bit more so I can get a little more, but I just wanted to give you some of my impressions and my feel. And I definitely wanna say thanks to George here. I really appreciate George giving me the opportunity and meeting up with me because I couldn't make the demo and I was very upset about that. I missed both Hero demos in New York and here. So although I had a good time on vacation, I hated missing both of the demos. So I'm glad I'm able to make it here today and we're gonna make the best of it. So stay tuned. I think he already talked about it on his channel. He modded a light. He's got some switches on the side and he says this is a beast of a light compared to what it comes with. So
that light is a beast. You're not gonna find that stock on a Unicycle, I'll tell you what.
All right, so we're gonna have to definitely check out that light and I'll get some specs from him and see what it comes, or where it comes from and what I can do, because maybe I might be doing that when the Master comes in, who knows? Let's see. All right, so one of the things I just learned is that he has this in soft mode. So that's partially why I'm getting some of the pedal dipping that I'm getting. It's because it's in soft mode. I like the torque feeling, the firm feeling, the power. I like the instant power delivery from hard mode. I'm gonna hit that off-road again so I can get another stab at the off-road vibe and feeling we get here. Whole bunch of roots down here. All right, so I'm not quite sure. Here we go. Now I know where we're at. Yeah, so I'm not sure if you got a view of that when I went through there, but I hope that it came out well, because that was the good and the bad. The tire rolls over crap like nothing, but the suspension does bottom out, and you do have to worry about it. Aha, there's George on the Hero there. Hey, whatever works. The phone probably looks just as good. Yeah, so you can see the differences. As a matter of fact, he's on the Hero, I'm on the EX20s. The differences are pretty significant, but I can tell you that they definitely have their pros and cons each. There is no, for me right now, there's no clear, I have to have this one or have to have that one. If I had to choose between these two, I can tell you, because of the Hero being that much slower, what's the top end speed on that again?
So the Hero theoretically tops out at 40 miles an hour. That's like faceplant speed, however. So really 35, and it starts beeping at 28.
So that's the issue I have with the Hero. So you can see them both here. The EX20s definitely has the speed advantage, which is what I would definitely be going for. If I had to choose between these two, the weight and the speed advantage alone would make me choose this over that. Now, the tire takes a little getting used to. Some of the way the wheel rides also takes some time to get used to. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to get back to you when I get the Master and let you know out of the 4 which one I would pick. But I guess right now, in looking at it, if I was replacing, which I am,
replacing my V11, and after riding these wheels for a little bit more, I thought about the fact that if I had the high speed version of the Hero here, then I would probably choose that out of these two wheels. Now that's just picking out of these two wheels. Knowing that I have the Master coming, that is the wheel that will ultimately be replacing my V11. So thanks a lot, guys, for tuning in. I appreciate you watching. Till next time, it's your man Black Cobra. See you in the next one. I'm out.